أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to everyone who is turned up to class on time. Jazakumullah for that. Anyone who is still not signing in with the correct ID, could you please log out and then log in again with your correct assigned ID, please? And also, can you make sure that all your videos are off? Just a quick reminder of etiquettes of the classroom, that tifls should have their heads covered with a topi, and so should Nasirat have their heads covered with a scarf. I hope everyone has done their wuzu before entering the class. And can I also please request those students who have not had a chance this week to participate, as in they haven't been given the mic this week, can they only raise their hands? No one else but them. Jazakallah. That makes it easier for me to give them a chance as well. Okay, with that said, we can start our class with the starting prayer. And for that, I will choose a student to help me out. Okay. A1130, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Can you help me with this starting prayer, please? I will recite and you follow with me, the one that I highlighted, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Rabbi.
Rabbi.
Allimni.
Allimni.
Ma huwa.
Ma huwa.
Khairun.
Khairun.
Indaka.
Indaka.
Jazakallah. Can you do the translation for me as well, please?
Oh my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge.
Jazakallah. Well done. If I can unmute you now.
Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah for your help.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay then. Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm facing a little bit of technical issue. So just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Can you remind me of your ID, please?
A1130.
Okay, Jazakallah. Okay then. Alright, so let's move on to the lesson then. So today we are learning a new rule, and that rule is soft elongation here at the top, as you can see. And in Arabic, it's called madalin. Okay, madalin. So let me explain what this is. So lean, the word lean itself means to soften or ease the sound of a letter, okay? So when you pronounce it, the sound of the letter will be eased or softened, okay? So I'll explain that further on when I give you an example. But in the rules of recitation, if a vowel here, and it says ha here, that's the error here. It's meant to be actually vowel and ya, okay? Not a ha, but a ya, okay? If you can just make a note of that. It's not a ha, it's a ya. So if a vowel and a ya are strokeless meaning that it has no short vowels or long vowels, so it doesn't have any fatha, kasra, dhamma, or vertical fatha, kasra, dhamma, or any sort of tanween, except for a sukoon. ठीक है ना? A sukoon, like you can see here, a jazm, a sukoon. ठीक है? If a vowel and a ha are strokeless, but they have a sukoon on top of them, and they are preceded, meaning that the letter before the vowel sakin and the ya sakin is a consonant bearing the stroke of fatha. They are called, the vowel sakin and the ya sakin are called haruf al-lin. Okay, so let me repeat that once more for you. So if a vowel sakin, so this vowel sakin and this ya sakin appear, and the letter before them, so in this case with the vowel, the letter before them happens to be an alif. If that letter alif has a fatha on top of it, so in this case it does, then this vowel becomes a haruful lin. Okay? Similarly here, this ya sakin, the letter before it is a ha in this case. If this letter has a fatha, which it does on top of it, it has a fatha, that means that this ya has become a haruful lin. So this is very similar. We know in the previous lessons, we've done haruf mad, and we know that vowel and ya are also part of haruf mad. But the important thing to remember is that when it's a haruf mad, the letter before the vowel would have a dhamma, not a fatha. That's how you differentiate. That's how you know the difference between a mad vowel and a vowel which is a lean, haruf al-lean. Okay. So so there are only two types of haruf al-lean. And I'll explain that here further. We've got them written here. So there is vowel lean. This one here, vowel lean. Okay. So that's when a vowel sakin. So you can see here this vowel sakin. That means vowel with the sukoon on top of it. Is preceded, meaning that the letter before the vowel sakin has a stroke of fatha on top of it. So in this case, this ya, it has a stroke of fatha on it? Yes, it does. So therefore, this vowel here has become a vowel lean. That's the rule, okay? This vowel has now become a vowel lean because the letter before the vowel has a fatha on top of it, okay? If, however, this vowel lean, before the vowel sakin, there was a consonant, meaning that the letter before the vowel sakin had a dhamma, then this vowel would have become a vowel madha. So I'll show you in the previous lesson, for example, you can see here, there's a vowel sakin here. This is the exact thing that we're looking at in the lesson that we're learning now as well. But when it was a mud, when the vowel became mud, we were looking for a dhamma on the letter before the vowel. Okay? That's the difference. Because this one had a dhamma on the letter before, that's why this vowel became a mud, a vowel mud letter, and that's why you said oo. However, in the lesson that we are doing now, which is lesson 16, where we're looking at vowel lean, we are looking for a fatha on top of the letter before the vowel sakin. That's how you know what is a vowel lean and what is a vowel mud. So you always have to look at the letter before the vowel sakin to identify whether this is a mud letter, a mud vowel, or a vowel lean. Okay. So the same goes for the ya lean. So I've told you before there are only two types of lean letters. One is vowel lean and the second is ya lean. Okay. So in the case of ya lean, what we're looking for is a ya sakin. Again, you can see there's a ya and there's a sukoon sign on top of it. And we have to look at the letter before this. The letter before the ya sakin is a ba. And what we're told to look for is the stroke of fatha. So if the letter before the ya, which is the ba in this case, has a fatha, which it does do, it has a fatha on top of it, then this ya becomes a yalin. That's the rule, okay? This has become a yalin because the letter before has a fatha on top of it. That's how you identify this. Okay, so in the previous lesson, again, we know that ya is also a mud letter, but when it's a mud letter, if we go back to the previous lesson, when it is a mud letter, the ya sakin is preceded, that means the letter before the ya sakin has to bear a kasra. See, the stroke is underneath the letter. So that's why this has become a ya madha. Okay, but when it becomes a, so if we look at today's lesson, when it becomes a yalin, the letter before the ya sakin will always have a fatha on top of it. Okay, so that is the rule. So in both cases, so there's only two types of, like I said, lean. One is before with vowel lean, and one is ya lean. And in both cases, they bear a sukoon on top of them. So the vowel has a sukoon on top of it, and so does the ya. And in both cases, you look at the letter before them. So in this case, you look at the letter before the vowel, which happens to be a ya, and you look, does it have a fatha? If it does, then this is a vowel lean. Same goes here. You look, the ya has a sukoon on top of it. You look again at the letter before the ya, which happens to be a ba. Does the ba have a fatha on top of it? If it does, then that becomes a ya lean. Okay, that's the rule. Now I'll tell you how to pronounce this. So I told you earlier that lean means to even or soften the sound. So that means when I pronounce this, so this on its own, this alif on its own with the fatha is the a, okay? But because of this vowel lean, that means I have to soften or easen this sound with this vowel. And how I would do that is by saying ow, ow. That's how I would say it. Similarly here, I've identified that this is a vowel lean because after the vowel sakin, before the vowel sakin, there is a letter which has a fatha. Okay, so therefore I know that this is a vowel lean. And how I would pronounce it is how, that's how I would say it. Okay, I softened the ha sound into the vowel sound. Okay. Same goes here in this third box. I will ease the ya sound into the vowel sound. Yow, yow. And again, you have to make sure that you make this sound for prolong it for 2 seconds. So yow. That because as you remember at the top, I told you the name of this rule is mad-lean. So it has the mud in it, tika? So that means you can't say it quickly like short vowels. You have to prolong it for 2 seconds. So ow, how, yo. That's how I would say the vowel ones. If you look at the yalin, how I would say it is hay, hay. I've eased the ha sound with the ya sound. Hay. Similarly here, I'll easen the lam sound into the ya. Lay, lay. Again here, I'll easen the meme sound into the ya sound, and I know that this is a ya lean because I've looked at the letter before, which happens to be a meme, and this meme has a fatha on top of it. And I've been told here earlier that if the letter before the ya sakin has a fatha, then this ya sakin becomes a ya lean. Okay, so that's why I then pronounce this as mai. Okay, if, however, for example, before this ya sakin, there was a letter, this letter meme, and it had a kasra, meaning it didn't have a fatha on top, but a kasra underneath, then this ya would have become a mad letter. It would have become a ya mad letter, okay? Ya madha. But because the meme, the letter before the ya, has a fatha, it has become a yalin. And that's why I pronounce it as may. Okay? So, if I choose a student to help me practice these ones here at the top, let's have a 1114. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm alright.
That's good. Alhamdulillah for that. And we are learning a new rule. How are you finding it?
Easy.
Easy? That's very good. In that case, can you help me? Just give me a second. Can you help me with this first box over here? Do you want to have a go at saying the whole thing, or do you want me to split it up? Let's split it up to make it easier for everyone to understand. So will you first for me say this highlighted bit here?
Au.
Very good. And now will you say this other highlighted part?
Hayna.
Very good, mashallah. Now, do you want to say it all together for me?
Au hayna.
Very good, well done. And did everyone hear that when the student said oh, his oh was equally long as his hay? That's correct. This oh, hay, and the na should be equally long, 2 seconds long. Okay, that was very good, mashallah, well done. Do you want to have a go at this one? Again, we'll split it up for the benefit of other students who might be finding it a bit difficult or something. So, you want to say the highlighted part for me?
How.
Very good. And do you want to say this part?
Layli.
Very good. And all together?
How layli.
Very good, mashallah. And this highlighted part?
Yaw.
Very good. And the unhighlighted part?
Maili.
Very good. And all together?
Yaw maili.
Very good, mashallah. So, can you explain to me what this vowel over here is?
It's lean.
Yes. What lean is it? There are 2 types of lean letters. Which one is this?
Wow lean.
Very good. And do you know the rule of identifying how this is a vowel lean? How do you recognize that this is a vowel lean?
Because if the first letter has a dhamma, fatha.
Yes.
Second letter has a mada. Then.
Okay, so you said it almost perfectly. So you said you look at the vowel sakin. So you look at the letter before it and you look at whether it has a fatha. In this case, it does. Therefore, this vowel has become a vowel lean. That's how you've realized that this is a vowel lean and no other type of lean. Hannah? No other type of rule applies here. So it can't be a vowel mud. It has to be a vowel lean because the letter before it has a fatha on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah? So well done. You got it almost perfectly right. So well done. Jazakallah. If I unmute you, Jazakallah for your help. Okay. Let's move downwards then. I'll choose another student to help me with this box then. Let me choose a student. Can I have, let's see. Let's have N1203. N1203. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? N1203. No? Okay, let me choose someone else then. Let's have N1207. N1207.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And how have you been finding the lesson? We are learning something new.
Okay.
Okay. Do you understand this new rule?
Yes.
That's very good. Alhamdulillah. So can you help me here with this first box here? So let's do this in sections. Do you want to try saying this first part that has been highlighted?
Yaumi.
Very good. And now do you want to say it all together for me?
Yaumi ati. Yaumi.
Okay. This alif, it has nothing, therefore it has no stroke or any other sign on top of it or underneath it. Therefore, that means this meme and this dal, you are going to join up. Okay, so the letters that have nothing on top of them or on the bottom of them, you ignore them. Okay.
Okay.
So do you know? Yeah, have a go.
Yaumiddini.
Very good. Just the yo, make sure you make, because this is vowel lean. Okay. This is, so that means you have to make this sound a bit longer. So 2 seconds. Yawmiddini.
Yaumiddini.
Very good. Do you want to try the second box for me? Let's try this first half first.
Wal yaumi.
Say that once more for me.
Wal yaumi.
Yes, very good. Just remember what I said about this vowel lean. What do we have to do here?
You have to stretch it for 2 seconds.
Yes. So do you want to try that once more for me?
Wal yaumi.
Very good, mashallah. And do you want to try this whole thing all together for me?
Wal yaumil maw'udi.
Yes, very good. Just once more for me.
Wal yaumil maw'udi.
Ooh, yeah, very good. Very good. Just this here, this okay, so this vowel here, what is this vowel here?
Is a
This vowel here, can you see?
yes.
Do you remember what type of vowel this is? I'll give you an option. Is it a vowel lean or a vowel mud?
It's with the page. It should be. No. It should be lower mud version. Speak up.
Do you not remember? Shall I help you?
Well, mud.
Very good. And do you know why it's a vowel mud? How do we know? Yeah, go ahead.
Because it has a
It's one it.
on it.
Yes. So the vowel sakin. So how do we differentiate? How do we know that this is a vowel lean and not a vowel mud? The reason is we know that there's a vowel sakin. So what we always have to do is look at the letter before the vowel. So in this case, the letter before the vowel is what?
Wow.
What is this letter here before the vowel?
What's that letter before?
Ein.
Very good. So it's the ayn. Now we have to look, what sign does this ayn have on top of it? This one has a dhamma. It has a dhamma on top of it, yes? It has a dhamma on top of it. And we've learned in previous lessons that if the letter before the vowel sakin, so if this ayn has a dhamma, then this becomes a vowel mad, okay? However, if the letter before this vowel, so before the vowel sakin, had a fatha, so imagine that there wasn't a dhamma here, but a fatha, then what type of vowel would this have become? Do you know? If this ayn had a fatha on top of it rather than a dhamma, then what would this vowel have become? Sorry, say that again for me. I can't hear you properly. Okay, I think there's a problem with the communication, but that's fine. So if this ayn had a fatha, then this would have become a vowel leen. But because it doesn't and it has a dhamma, and we learned in the previous lessons that if before the vowel sakin there is a letter bearing the sign of a dhamma, then it becomes a vowel mad. Okay, that is the rule. So well done, Jazakallah for your help. I'll choose another student to help me out with the last line here, and if I can just find someone. Let's see. Can I have let's see, can I have, let's see, oh, screen just jumped about. Can I have a 1111, so 1111.
That's me.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I am fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for asking. Can I first ask you to please turn your volume down a little bit? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's still very loud. Can you please turn it down a bit more? Okay, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. How have you been finding the lesson so far?
A bit easy.
A bit easy, that's very good. That's very good. Can you help me with this first box then? Yeah.
Bainakum.
Very good. Say that once more for me.
Bainakum.
Very good. Now, remember what I said? When there is a ya sakin, we do make this a bit long. You prolong this. I know this is a ya leen, so what you do is you make this a bit long. You make the ya leen 2 seconds long. Okay? So how would you do that? So if you just say this first part for me, the highlighted part.
Bay.
Very good. Bye.
Bay.
Very good. Now try the whole thing for me.
Bainakum.
Yes. Also remember, what does the noon have on top of it?
Fatah.
Very good. And how long is a fatha?
1 second.
1 second. So yours is becoming a little longer than 1 second. So do you want to have a go once more at that?
Bainakum.
Very good. Very good. Do you want to try this middle box here?
Oh.
Okay, let's split it up. Yeah? So do the highlighted part for me.
Oh.
Okay, what is on top of the ayn?
Sakin.
Very good. So how would I say this then?
Oh.
No, not oh. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to try these two here for me that I've highlighted just now?
Tay.
Toi.
Tay.
Yeah, very good. And the last one, the last two letters here?
Naka.
Very good. And do you want to try this all together now?
Atainaka.
Very good. Once more. Bearing in mind how long you, that you make, for example, this yalin long for 2 seconds. Bearing all these things in mind, do you want to have one more go?
Atainaka.
Okay. So the noon, what does the noon have on top of it?
Fatatain.
Not a fatatain, it's a vertical fatha. Okay, so when a vertical fatha is on top of a letter, what do you do? How long should the sound be?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, very good. So can we try that once more, making sure that this is 2 seconds long?
Atainaka.
Very good, very good. أعطيناك. Okay,
Atainaka.
very good. So let's have a go at this last box. Try these first two letters for me.
Hu.
The scene has a scorn on top of it. Do you know how to say that? Do you want me to help you?
Okay.
Okay. So this is hus. Because of the sukun on top of the scene, I don't say the scene letter fully. I just have to say the first little bit. So I have to make the ha and the scene sound join just a little bit with the scene sound. So it should be hus.
Hus.
Good. Do you want to say this last bit here for me?
Nayani.
Okay. So do you recognize what is happening here where I've made this rectangular highlight? Do you know what this ya is?
Yalin.
Very good. So when there is a yalin, that means that the letter before this yalin, that means the letter before the ya sakin, which happens to be another ya, has to be eased into with this yalin. Okay, that means that I will say yay.
Yay.
Yeah. So husnayaini.
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 Very good. Jazakumullah. So let's have a little go at this. Do you want to say this first one here? Yeah.
Oh.
Very good. And this one?
Hey.
Very good. Hai.
Hey.
Very good. And this one?
Ho.
Very good, mashallah. And this one?
Lay.
Very good. And this one?
Yo.
Very good. And this one?
May.
Very good, mashallah. Very good. So you understand the rule. Your homework is to practice these longer words. So the same rule of vowelin and yalin appears in these longer words as well. So your homework is to practice this, yeah?
Okay.
Very good. Jazakallah. Thank you for your help. That was very good, mashallah.
I'm calling from Pakistan.
Oh, okay. Wow. Mashallah. That was very good. Jazakallah. Okay?
Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll move to our exercises. We've had an in-depth explanation of what lean letters are. So there's two types, like I said, vowelin and yalin. And in both of them, you have to look at the letter before the vowel sakin and the ya sakin. If the letters before them happen to have a fatha on top of them, then that vowel and ya become a lean letter. And therefore, you have to ease the sound of the first letter with the vowel or the ya. Okay? So we will have a go at exercise 16.1, and I shall choose a student for that. Can I have N1219? Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Very good. Can you please come a bit closer to the mic for me? Yeah? Have you come a bit closer?
Okay.
Very good. Jazakallah. So do you want to try with this first box for me? It's a nice and easy one. It's a recap of all the lessons that we've done before. So what is this letter here?
Alif.
Very good. And this one? Say that once more for me. Very good. So I made you repeat that because the first time round you made this sound a bit too long. We have to remember that the fatha sign, so the sign on top of this alif, is only 1 second long, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. So when we say this alif, it has to be nice, quick, and 1 second. Very good. Do you want to try this one for me? The next one? Very good. Very good, mashallah. And this next one? Very good. That was very good. So you knew that this here and this one here both need to be 2 seconds long. Very good. That was very good. Can you tell me what this alif over here is? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, so we've done this in the previous lessons. Does that give you a clue? Why have you made this sound of the hamza long? Because of this alif madda. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, do you remember we covered this in lesson 15?
Yes.
Good. Do you want to have a go at this one for me? Very good. And this one?
Ma.
Very good. And this one?
Ma.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. I'm going to ask you to please do the second line as well. So that you get... Good. Very good. And this one? Very good. And do you know what this vowel over here is? What the name for this vowel is?
Lean.
Vowelin. Very good. And how do you know that this is a vowelin?
Because there's a fatha on top of the letter before.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. Very proud of you, mashallah. Well done. Do you want to have a go at this one?
Ba.
Very good. And this one?
Bow.
Once more for me.
Bow.
Very good. So do you know why I told you to repeat it?
Because I made it too soft.
Oh, you didn't make the bow sound long enough. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Maddeleen. So that means you do have to make it 2 seconds long. Bow.
Bow.
Very good. Do you want to have a go at this one?
Da.
Very good. And this one?
Do.
Very good. And this last one?
Sa.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. That was excellent. Well done. Keep practicing. That was very good, mashallah. Keep practicing like that and you'll become even better. Mashallah, well done. Keep up the hard work. Okie dokes. Can I choose another student, please? And I will choose, let's see. Okay, so the ones that I did want are not here. Let's, in that case, let's have A1125. A1125. Walaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
And how have you been finding the lesson?
Easy.
That's very good, alhamdulillah. Can you help out with this last line over here for me? Very good. And this one? Okay. So did you hear the lesson before that I've been teaching? Okay. Did you hear when I explained what this rule is? Did you join the class just now?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. In that case, I'll quickly explain it to you, but please do hear the recording of this because this is a different rule. This ya is not a ya mad, and I'll tell you the reason for this. Because before, so the letter before this ya sakin, what does it? What is the letter before the ya sakin? What is it?
Alif.
Alif. Very good. And what sign does the alif have on top of it?
Fatah.
Very good. It does have a fatha. So if this ya was a mad, ya mad, then the sign would have been underneath the alif. It would have been a kasra. Okay. So if I take you back to the previous lesson, I'll show you. So for example, here, the ya sakin, the letter before it always has a kasra. The letter before it always has a stroke, a kasra underneath it. Okay? So can you see the stroke is underneath the letter? Yes?
Yes.
Good. Now, if we look at today's lesson, yes, there is that ya sakin as there was in the previous lesson, but the stroke, is that on top or at the bottom?
The top.
The top, it's a fatha, it's not a kasra, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore, this can't be a ya mad, because if it was a ya mad, then the stroke should have been at the bottom. It should have been a kasra, not a fatha. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've established that this can't be a ya mad, therefore you can't make the sound of a long. Okay? Therefore, you've recognized that this must be a different rule. The rule is that because the letter before the ya sakin has a fatha on top of it, this ya has become a ya leen. That's the rule, okay? Ya leen, that's the name of it, okay?
Okay.
Good. So the way to pronounce this then is you soften the alif sound into this ya sound, okay? So how I would say it is I softened the ah sound into this ya sound. I Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Very good. So do you want to have a go at this one?
Ba.
Good. And this one now?
Ba.
Okay. Remember what I've just taught you here in this box here. Can I ask N1227 to turn off their video? Thank you. Okay. Remember what I explained here?
Yeah. Oh. Bow.
So say that once more for me.
Bye.
Very good. Very good. So you've identified that what rule is being applied here?
Bye.
Very good. And what is the name of this rule? Do you remember? I just told you over here. To remind you again?
Yeah.
It's a yaleen. And I know this is a yaleen because I've looked at the letter before the ya sakin, this ya sakin. I've looked at the letter before it, and the letter before it has a fatha on top of it. Yes? It doesn't have a kasra, it has a fatha. Therefore, this ya has now become a yaleen. And the correct way of pronouncing this is bay.
Bye.
Very good. Do you want to have a go at this?
Da.
Good. And this?
Day.
Very good. Say that once more for me.
Day.
Very good. And this one?
Sa.
Very good. Can I ask N1224 to please turn the video off? That's N1224. Jazakallah. Okay, well done. Can I ask you to please, Jazakallah to you too. Your homework is to please listen to the recording so that you properly understand this new rule. Okay? It is a different rule. It's a new rule, and it's very important that you do listen to it so that you understand it correctly. Okay? So Jazakallah A1125. Okay, so we'll move on to exercise 16.2, and in this exercise we are looking, so Ashi, hang on, let's go back to the top. So in exercise 16.1 we looked at both the vaoline and the yaleen, and now in exercise 16.2 we are focusing on the vaoline. As you can see, the vaoline has been highlighted in blue to make it easier for you. So if I choose a student for this to help me out, can I have N1211?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. N1211. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Very good. And how have you been finding the lesson?
Easy.
Yes, that's very good. Can you help me out with this first box here?
Okay. Yauma.
Very good, mashallah, well done. This one?
Lau.
Very good. And this one?
Lahu.
Very good. Say that once more for me.
Lahu.
Well done. And this one?
La saufa.
Very good. And this one?
Al mautu.
Very good, mashallah, well done. Did you know this rule from before?
Yes.
Very good. That was very good, mashallah. Keep practicing like that. That was excellent. I'm very proud of you. Before you go, do you want to, so how did you recognize, so first tell me, what is the rule here? What type of vowel is this here? You don't remember? Shall I help you?
Yes.
It's a vowel, okay?
Okay.
So, how do you recognize that this is a vowel?
The letter the letter before it
Yeah,
it has a fatha, so that's
yes.
how I recognize it.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. Very proud of you. Keep practicing like that. That was excellent, mashallah. Very well done. Jazakallah for your help. I'm going to ask another student to help me with the second line.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Can I have, let's see. Can I have A1106? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Please come closer to the mic. Jazakallah. How have you been finding the lesson?
Easy.
That's very good. Can you help me with this first line then?
Gado.
Say that once more for me.
Gado.
Okay. Tell me, what is this vowel sound here? What this vowel letter? What is the name of this? What is this? What type of vowel is this?
A vowel.
A vowel. Very good. So how do you remember how to pronounce this correctly then?
Because if it has a fatha, it's like a letter before it has a fatha, then
Yeah, that's very good. So do you want to say this once more for me?
Gado.
Okay, not غدا. It's okay. Hang on. Let's have you practice this once for me. How would I say this first one here? Sorry, this first one that I'm circling with my mouse.
How.
Very good. Say this one for me.
How.
Very good. So, and this one?
Ow.
Very good, mashallah. You are very good. So, do you want to try this one once more for me?
Gado.
Very good. Well done. Well done. Because the alif here at the end, it might be confusing, but because this alif doesn't have any sort of sign on top or at the bottom of it, therefore we ignore it for the time being, okay?
Okay.
Very good. So do you want to try this one for me?
Tawallow.
Once more for me.
Tawallow.
Okay, this lam, what does this have here on top of it?
I forgot.
It's a tashdid. Okay. So when there's a tashdid sound here, what do I have to do with the letter before it? How do I pronounce this?
Wallah.
Very good. Well done. Very good. Now try this whole word for me.
Tawallow.
Very good, mashallah. And try this one for me.
Taraw.
Very good. And this one.
Taraw.
Very good. And this one.
Aula.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. Can you remind me what this ya over here is? What is the name of this ya?
A vertical fatha.
That's on top of the lam. That's fine. That's fine. Well done. Jazakallah for your help. That was very good. Keep practicing. That was very good, mashallah. Well done. Very pleased. Jazakallah. If I can choose another student to help me with the last line, can I have, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Can I have N1203?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
My ID is N1202.
02? Okay. Oh, okay. You moved down. Okay, that's fine. How are you? I'll listen from you then. How
Good.
have you been finding the lesson?
Easy.
That's very good. Can you help me with this first box here?
تنسون
Very good. Well done. And this one?
فأوها
What is this letter over here for me?
همزة
It's not a hamza, it's a ayn. Okay, do you want to try that once more for me?
فأوعى
Very good. فأوعى. Do you want to try that again?
فأوعى
Very good. And this one?
يوما
Very good. And this one?
يسقون
Say that once more. That was good. That was correct. Say that once more.
يسقون
Very good. The reason I asked you to say that again is because I wanted to make sure this qaw you made it long for 2 seconds. So yusqawna.
يسقون
Very good. And this one?
فوقهم
Very good. فوقهم.
فوقهم
Very good. MashaAllah. Jazakallah. Thank you for your help. Keep practicing. That was very good. Well done. Okay. So we are running out of time. So what I'll do is just give me a second. Okay, let's move down. Exercise 16.3, inshallah, we will do this tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, sorry. Yes, tomorrow. But I think we did really well today. I think everyone did get the lesson, understood this lesson. I did introduce a new lesson, so I thought it better to fully understand this lesson. So I'll do a quick recap of what we learned today. We learned about soft elongation, and in Arabic that's called madalin. And there's two types of lean. There's vowel lean and ya lean, I've told you. And in both cases, you look at the letter before the vowel sakin and the ya sakin. If the letter before the vowel sakin and the ya sakin has a fatha on top of it, then that vowel sakin and that ya sakin become a vowel lean and a ya lean. And the way to pronounce this is that you make so for example, in this first box here, you make this alif sound ease into that vowel sound, and that makes it an aw. Similarly here in this one, you ease the ha sound into the ya, so that becomes a hai, hai. Okay. So let me quickly set your homework before we finish off with our finishing prayer. Your homework for today is to practice exercise 16.1. So that's the first exercise that we did here, over here, the 16.1 and 16.2. Have practice at this. Only practice will make you better and create fluency in your reading. Also a reminder that you do have an external exam on Monday, the 6th of November. There's no reason to get worried about this. It's just an exam for us to know where you're at, how much you're learning, and where we need to give you more time. If I can please have quickly one student, A1130, to help me finish this class. So can I have you repeat after me? Allahumma hamni بالقرآن العظيم.
بالقرآن العظيم.
Very good. And can you quickly do the translation for me?
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran.
Jazakumullah everyone for attending the meeting.